Drop a comment with your city or country. I am dying to know where you're reading from the phone. Jolted me from my beach vacation. Mr. Daniels, your house is burning. Looks like an accident. Sand stuck to my feet as my heart pounded. 15 years in the justice system taught me. There's no such thing as an accident when you've dodged a $600 monthly protection fee from a rogue homeowners association with no legal clout. But plenty of matches and ego. I had two choices: let them torch my family's legacy or wield every skill I'd honed to make this HOA the headline of its own demise. What unfolded didn't just save my home, rewrote loss. I never planned to live in Crestwood Pines, but when my wife Emily was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer last spring, being 30 minutes from New England's top oncology center became non-negotiable. I'm Lucas Daniels, 47, and after a career ensuring justice, I thought a quieter life was due. The realtor hesitated as I signed the papers. "Presswood's great," she said, smiled tight. "Just read the neighborhood rules carefully." I was too worried about Emily's chemo to care to avoid attention. I told folks I was a remote software engineer, not my real job, which carried weight. I didn't want barely unpacked. A sharp knock hit our empty living room. Cynthia Reynolds, HOA president, stood there, blonde, polished, her smile cold as ice. "Welcome to Crestwood," she said, handing me a thick folder. "The $600 monthly fee is due. The first banking info by tomorrow." I frowned. "My contract says this house is HOA exempt." Her smile tightened. "Your agent was wrong. Everyone pays her." Tone carried a threat I'd heard from bullies who thrived on fear. "I'll check my paperwork," I said evenly. Her eyes flashed. "Mr. Daniels' non-compliance makes life hard here." Paperwork by Friday. She left her card in my hand. Next day, I met neighbor Frank Miller, a 62-year-old ex-Marine, over coffee. I mentioned Cynthia's ambush. His face darkened. "Be careful, this HOA is not legit." His phone buzzed. "HOA meeting. Check your deed," he warned, leaving later. Elena Torres, another neighbor, whispered. "I refused their fees. My car was vandalized. Mail lost, trash, ignored." Cynthia's son, Ethan, works for Pinnacle Realty, buying up homes cheap. It's all tied. A violation notice appeared on my door lawn, too tall. 150 fine. I'd mowed yesterday. Through the window, I saw Cynthia and a young man, Ethan I guess, snapping photos at the county office. I confirmed my property was HOA exempt. Cynthia was extorting residents that night. I installed cameras around our house. Emily watched, worried. "Lucas, what's this?" "Just precautions," I said, not mentioning Cynthia's email refusal to join will bring consequences. The next morning, my daughter Lily, 16, screamed. "Our car was spray painted. Join." "Hoe, leave." Emily, hail from chemo, gasped. "Who do this?" Cameras caught Ethan and another man at 3:17 a.m. I saved the footage and called the police. The officer linked to Cynthia's sister shrugged. "No clear faces. Tough case." A real estate lawyer confirmed my exemption, but warned these disputes get nasty at home. Emily said, "Moms at Lily's school shunned me. Someone called us troublemakers, hurting property values." I told her everything: Cynthia's threats, the fake HOA, Elena's warnings. "This is bigger than fines." I said, "We document it all." Emily replied, "Facts over fists, right?" At an HOA meeting, Cynthia eyed me. Some question our authority, she said, hinting I had a criminal past. "Neighbors avoided me after only Frank and Elena approached." "She's scared of your exemption." Elena said, "You're a threat." A fake city letter claimed our house, violated non-existent codes. Someone tried accessing Emily's medical records, posing as insurance cameras caught Ethan, and two men wrecking Emily's garden, leaving a note: "Accidents happen to stubborn people." A private investigator revealed Cynthia's past fraud probe, Ethan's juvenile record, and Pinnacle's plan to turn Crestwood into a commercial hub. Cynthia's flyers spread lies about my criminal ties, stressing Emily and Lily, who faced school taunts. Emily begged, "Can't we pay?" "If we do, they'll keep bullying others," I said. Knowing 3 families had been driven out, I added hidden cameras and recorders. Frank helped, saying, "I stay for my wife's grave. Nearby, can't leave her." Elena reported Cynthia's lies. I was under FBI probe, fired for theft. Emily's cancerous scam. A fake city inspector from the vandalism footage demanded entry. I refused recording. His retreat, garbage stopped being picked up, mail arrived soaked. Emily's car window was smashed. I targeted Harold Jenkins, the uneasy HOA treasurer, at a coffee shop I steered our chat to. HOA finances, it's messy. He admitted Cynthia runs things her way. He left, but I gave him my card at school. Kids chanted, "Criminals, kid at Lily." A forged letter threatened foreclosure. Emily's panic attack landed her in the hospital that night. I vowed to end this at the next HOA meeting. I demanded financial records. Cynthia refused, but Harold squirmed. Later, he slipped me a flash drive. Cynthia schemes fees into personal accounts. Ethan's firm gets bloated contracts. They fund Pinnacle's buys. He quit scared after Cynthia threatened his daughter's job. Lily collapsed at school, drugged with a prescription stimulant. Cafeteria footage showed HOA member Karen Holt tampering with her water. I called Alex Carter, an old justice system ally. "This is fraud, arson, assault," he said, reviewing my evidence. "We need federal weight." I planted a recorder in a peace offering, planted at Cynthia's that night. She, Ethan, and allies plotted, "Burn his house, insurance will pay, and he'll leave." I moved Emily and Lily to a hotel, installed fire alarms, and faked a business trip at 2:15 a.m. Cameras caught Ethan and two men torching my garage with gasoline. My sprinklers kicked in. I called 911. Firefighters contained the blaze. Cynthia appeared, feigning pity. "Such an accident. If you join the HOA, our inspections might have caught this electrical issue." "Electrical," I said. "The chief hasn't ruled yet." She smirked. "Old homes, bad wiring. Ethan's firm can buy you out cheap." I played defeated, staying at the hotel, slumping publicly. While meeting FBI agents, I revealed my true role. Federal Judge Lucas Daniels, expert in corruption cases, my evidence, fraud records, arson footage, resident testimony, spurred a multi-state probe. Pinnacle operated across borders, giving feds jurisdiction at an HOA meeting. Cynthia gloated I'd sell and leave. I let her think she'd won, while agents dug. Ethan panicked, racing emails threatening Harold. I called Cynthia, sounding broken. "I'm considering selling." She pounced, setting a meeting at Pinnacle's law firm, Crestview Legal. There she and Ethan offered 60% of my home's value. "Accidents happen," she said, implying the fire and Lily's drugging. My hidden recorder caught it all. I signaled, and FBI agents burst in, arresting them for racketeering, fraud, and arson. "Who are you?" Cynthia screamed. An agent replied, "You extorted Judge Lucas Daniels." Cynthia, Ethan, the police chief, and four others faced charges at a community meeting. I revealed my identity. "I'm a federal judge, moved here for Emily's treatment, and uncovered a real estate scam." The trial gripped the nation. I testified about our ordeal. Evidence buried Cynthia's victim act. She got 22 years, Ethan 10. With a plea, Pinnacle's execs faced 5 to 14 years, seized assets. Compensated victims. A Senate HOA reform committee invited my input. Emily's cancer went into remission. Lily healed with therapy. Crestwood elected Frank and Elena to a transparent HOA, slashing fees. A year later, our rebuilt home hosted a barbecue Frank toasted to Judge Daniels, who fought bullies. A new couple asked why Crestwood felt so united. Justice, I said, starts when someone says no to greed. Cynthia thought she'd break a coder. Not a judge, but the real lesson. You don't need a gavel to demand justice, just courage.